The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that, in the complex universe of the show, dark secrets about the past and family legacy have been revealed in heartbreaking, complex, and dramatic detail. The story revolves around Finn, a man haunted by stories about family members from his half-siblings to Sheila's chaotic past, all of which seem to be pieces of a puzzle full of conflict between fate and personal choice. Below is a detailed analysis of each episode, helping us better understand the psychological context and dark legacy of the characters. Finn is not only a witness, but also a keeper of memories of a troubled family past. He has heard countless stories about his half-siblings whose lives have similar behaviors to those once associated with Sheila. Although Sheila says they all denied any close relationship with her, in the shadow of the rumors, the images of these people still appear with their wrong and abnormal actions. Finn always haunted himself, wondering if the cruel actions, impulsive decisions, and cracks in the souls of these people were the result of an evil bloodline that had been passed down from generation to generation. The stories about the family members were not just gossip, but also warning signs of a psychological legacy where deviant behavior always seemed to lurk, waiting to explode. Finn, with a troubled soul, wondered if he himself was walking on that fateful path when those stories were not just rumors, but also reflected forgotten pieces of a dark past. Sheila is a conflicted and mysterious character who has gone through a tumultuous past, from her unforgettable early days in Genoa City to her tragic moments in Wisconsin and Los Angeles. The stories told about Sheila go beyond the places she lived and reveal a complex inner picture. One of the most shocking details is the act of self-amputation of her toes, an act that seems to be anguished, but also contains the pain of self-punishment and inexplicable inner conflicts. When Finn discovers this detail, he clearly feels the turmoil of a soul that has been deeply wounded, a mark that leaves psychological wounds that time can hardly heal. It is Sheila's dark experiences that have created a legacy not only in terms of emotions, but also in strange, violent, and cruel actions. These actions serve as a reminder that in every family there are always buried pieces, ready to explode when rekindled. One of the most shocking and dramatic scenes is Finn's memory of Luna holding his beloved wife Steffi in a cage. The image of Steffi being held captive is not only a horrifying sight, but also a symbol of the loss, pain, and cruelty that the past can bring. Finn must face the fear that, if he does not act in time, a tragic fate will befall the woman he loves most. This scene also clearly depicts the connection between the family's dark past and the present consequences. Not only is it a physical threat, but it is also a reminder of the complex relationships and psychological legacies that can completely change the lives of those involved. A difficult question that always arises in Finn's mind is, will the negative signs, the deviant actions, and the evil genes of Sheila be passed down through the generations? Finn realizes that genetics are not limited to physical illnesses, but also include mental disorders such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and borderline personality disorder. These illnesses, although not obvious at birth, can be triggered by events, pressures, and unhealthy living environments. If his granddaughter Luna has similar signs to her grandmother Sheila, could the consequences of past violent actions and wrong decisions be hidden in Finn's genes and spread to Hayes? Finn wonders if people can truly escape from their blood and dark heritage, or if every action, every decision of the past always threatens to explode at important moments in the present and future. In the midst of his family's complicated legacy, Finn learns that nature and nurture can't explain everything. While mental illness and destructive behavior can be inherited, environment, upbringing, and personal experiences play a huge role. Finn learns that while his biological mother and his maternal grandmother were involved in dark schemes, they can't be considered monsters. They were also victims of circumstances and family history. While Poppy may have had a complicated romantic past, it doesn't necessarily mean she was a bad person, and Luna, despite her similarities to her grandmother Sheila, isn't necessarily the product of violence or abuse. Finn's assertion that Luna, with her sobriety and self-control, overcame the negative influences of her environment proves that each person has the ability to shape themselves regardless of the legacy they may carry from their past. An indispensable piece of the story is the involvement of Gregory Carter, Sheila's abusive father, who, according to Sheila, was the source of her cruelty. Sheila blames Gregory Carter, claiming that his violent and cruel actions created a wave of destruction that rippled through the generations from Sheila to Sarah and even to some of Finn's half-siblings. This perspective opens up a debate about the influence of domestic violence and psychological events from childhood until negative behaviors are passed on in a not-so-gentle way. When Finn's daughter Luna begins to show signs similar to Sheila, the question becomes more urgent than ever. Can the remnants of the past, the cruelty, the violent behavior, be inherited? Not only through genes, but also through deep psychological and emotional influences. And if that happens, will Finn's other child Hayes be infected by that dark blood? The question of whether cruelty can be passed from generation to generation like a vicious cycle has created a heavy atmosphere when every action, every decision of the past becomes an inseparable piece of the present fate. In the context that everything seems to be predetermined by blood and heritage, Finn stands at the crossroads of the past and the present, questioning the intervention of the living environment in human destiny. One of the central themes of the film is the interplay between genes and nurture. Finn increasingly feels that, although evil genes may exist, they are not an unchangeable destiny. Each individual has the right to decide his own path, no matter how many scars the past has left. Belief in the ability of people to change is a bright spot in this dark picture. Finn wonders whether he and his loved ones can overcome the dark imprints of the past, by training themselves, building healthy relationships, and seeking forgiveness not only from others, but also from themselves. Actions such as Sheila's amputation of her own toes or Luna's imprisonment of Steffi, while tragic, are turning points that help the characters realize that the past, although painful, is also a catalyst for them to seek change. Through the interweaving of pain, loss, and hope, the show opens a journey of self-discovery that explores the possibility of healing and changing destiny through present decisions. The revelations in the bold and the beautiful are not simply thrilling stories, but also contain profound messages about family legacy, the influence of the past, and the struggle between fate and personal choice. Finn, who carries painful memories of family members, Sheila's chaotic past, and cruel acts like Luna imprisoning Steffi, faces the difficult question, are evil genes really an inevitable fate, or is it upbringing, environment, and individual decisions that are the keys to opening the door to a brighter future? As pieces of the past from Genoa City, Wisconsin, Los Angeles, and Sheila's violent actions are revealed, they are not only tragic stories, but also lessons about the strength of humanity. Finn, along with his loved ones, are gradually realizing that, although the past can leave indelible marks, people always have the ability to choose and change. The story of the family's dark legacy, the arguments about genetics and nurturing environment, along with the violent and painful actions, promises to have many more dramatic twists in the future. Can Finn overcome the barriers of the past and save his family from the spiral of pain? Or will those dark pieces continue to take root, creating an unbreakable vicious cycle? The Bold and the Beautiful has skillfully woven a story based not only on family connections, but also on the lives lost in the sea of life, where the past, present, and future intersect. The dramatic and profound revelations open up an emotional journey, making viewers constantly question human nature, the power of forgiveness, and the ability to change fate. With each revealed detail, each painful memory recounted, the film not only brings intense emotions, but also challenges the audience to think about destiny and human freedom of choice. And in all, Finn, with his sensitive soul and relentless heart, is a living testament to the message that, no matter how dark the past, the future always opens up opportunities for change and healing.